ability to have another playmaker, have another person with the ability to not a see where we can go on things.
Overseas a little bit, it just kind of starts with that, because I think there were a lot of solid minutes out there for you, both these games.
Yeah, I think Mercedes was even just give solid minutes, not, having to miss the rest of the games, but I play some minutes. But I don't enjoy it, but it's not easy on the back team. I think she's focused, not always forced, and that is on the offensive end, so then. And I think she's, I don't know if that seems like a big part. She's so smart. She has the ability to know everybody who's going to work. I need some worse on that. I think that she's really working hard against her.
It's kind of more of a big picture question, like, Julia, talking about base, the league itself is mitigating and she base from previous years, there's a lot, not only lots more games that are not much longer schedule, closer schedule. A lot of the league developments are also happening every day, there's something new. Do you think the league is prepared to support players, coaches, and the key stakeholders, mentally and psychologically, it's staying something successful?
I mean, I'm sure, we have infrastructure for a reason. We're moving this way for a reason, because we have the resources and everything. I'll speak for our organization. And I know that our owners and our office takes everything in stride with it, make sure we have enough of everything to get through with whatever we need. And that is players first, obviously making sure we have everything that they would need from a health standpoint, mental health, physical health, and spiritual alignment, all those things that are necessary to perform at a high level. And then, for us as coaches, it's the same. So I would assume every organization is the same, but for me, and I think Kathy's done an excellent job with growing the league, who's been in charge of working. Security is another thing that I think we've worked well with social too. So we're adding.
All right, I think that's all the time we have for coach today. We'll see you at the beginning. We're gonna have a 75 with
recording.
Yeah, I think there's definitely pressure, but I mean, I don't think it's any different than the stuff I faced in college. And then coming in here, like obviously I know there's going to be pressure, and we're the youngest team, most inexperienced team in the league. So I think just giving ourselves grace, and like I feel like our improvement from game 1 to game 4 has been immense. Just in that short period, I think this is like our 24th day together. We played 4 games against maybe 2 of the 3 best teams in the league. So I think you have to kind of keep it all in perspective. And yeah, I mean, our goal every single night we come into these games, we come in expecting to win. So, you have that pressure, you have the pressure of performing, you have the pressure of everybody in the outside world watching you. But I think it's something you embrace, and, maybe it's a little different and new for the other girls in this organization or the coaches in this organization. But I think everybody's done a really good job of just accepting that's what it is. And, I think Sue has been somebody that's been very supportive of me over the course of my college career. Like I remember when she was here last time I played in Climate Pledge, cheering for us, came to shoot around before. So, I saw her when she was at the Liberty game when we played in New York a couple games ago. And, she's just always been somebody that's been supportive and really just wants the best for me. So I really appreciate it.
Caitlin, how do you think your game has translated from college to WNBA so far? Just the way that, you've had a different coach, Lisa Bluter, to Indiana Fever here.
Yeah, I think it's translated well. I mean, nobody said I was going to come in here and average 30, 10, and 10. Like, I think that's probably a little bit of an unrealistic expectation, and maybe at some point in my career I'll get to that. But I think to come in here and distribute the ball, I think I can do a little bit better job of, finding my teammates and taking care of the ball a little bit better. But some of that's going to come with just the chemistry as we develop that over the course of the season. As a team, taking care of the ball better is a better focus. But, I think shooting-wise, I think I've taken good shots. I think at times I can probably be a little bit more aggressive and play downhill a little bit more. It's a little different when you have so much talent on your team. I think that's still something that I'm getting used to, and finding those people when they're open and spots that they can be successful as a point guard. And I don't know, I think it's definitely been an adjustment, but I feel like, since the first 2 games, I think I've done a better job of just like going out there and playing and being myself. And I think that, we'll continue to evolve as we get going here.
You enjoying this? I mean, this is storm country. I mean, 18,000 fans here tonight. A lot of them come to see you. It's like a world tour you're on. You enjoying this?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I think I guess I would be disappointed if it wasn't like this in a way. Not disappointed, but I feel like it's also just something like you kind of expect and welcome at this point. It's a lot of fun for me, like getting to play in front of these environments, whether they're cheering for you, whether they're cheering against you. I think as a competitor, that can bring out the best in you. We went to New York, played at Barclays, and I thought that environment was absolutely incredible, and I expect something very similar here tonight. But I think it's just great for women's basketball. It's great for this franchise. Obviously, the Storm have done incredible things with the talent they've had and the talent they've added this year. Obviously, speaks for itself. So I'm definitely excited, but I think our team is definitely enjoying playing in front of these large crowds too. Our last game at home, our crowd was absolutely incredible and really into the game. So the more we can continue to feed off of crowds, especially our home crowds, I think is going to help us in the long run.
Caitlin, that Pittman with KC gets ready all the way down to San Francisco. So Bay Area just, got an expansion team, and they'll play next summer. Last week unveiled their colors and brand identity. They go like 10,000 plus deposits for season tickets. Excitement's high, kind of riding this wave that certainly you're very familiar with, Victoria, with the W. Just seeing that the league is now kind of capitalizing on that and expanding to major markets like San Francisco Bay Area, to Toronto. How significant is that to the story of what the WNBA is experiencing right now?
Yeah, I think it's obviously super important right now. I think just the steps that this league has taken even over the course of the last year, obviously announcing that expansion team, announcing the Toronto expansion team, the charter flights. I think the CBA, we can opt out of the CBA after this year, if I'm not mistaken. I think just all those things, like you're really going to see this league continue to evolve over the course of the next couple years and probably really change and become even better in a lot of different ways. And I think that's really good. I've been somebody that's supported this league ever since I was a young girl. Now being a part of it, it's something special, and I want to continue to help it continue to grow forward. But, I think playing women's college basketball and then coming to the pros, how much talent there is out there. And then obviously coming here, there's less than 144 spots in this league. So I think expansion is, only going to help increase the awareness of our game, obviously get into more markets. That's absolutely incredible. 10,000 season ticket deposits. Like, I don't think people realize how, insane that is. I don't know if any team across the league has that many season ticket deposits. So, I'm just happy, and, hopefully it continues to expand past just even those 2 teams. I think there's even more room to grow in that regard.
Seeing a place like the Bay Area with its history of, icons coming from the college basketball world and what Stanford's been, what Coach VanDerveer has been there. Anything come to mind about the idea of professional basketball finally having a place in the Bay where a team like Stanford has been so good for so long? Cal's on the rise with Sherman Smith, and USF has always done tremendous things. It's a great legacy.
Yeah, I think it's a great place for a women's basketball franchise. Obviously, what Tara was able to do at Stanford and just the excitement around women's basketball in that area, I think is absolutely incredible. And then obviously, you know, the Chase Center and what the Warriors were able to do, like, it's just a great place to put women's basketball. I think it's going to be well supported. Obviously, you see that with the season ticket deposits, but just the people in the community that, you know, are excited about it even before we ever had a WNBA franchise going there. Like, they loved women's basketball before they got a franchise, so I couldn't really think of a better place to put a team. And, you know, I think their team colors are also pretty cool. So people,
One of my questions for you. I put you on the spot.
yeah, not too bad. Not as good as the Fever, but it's up there. It's up there.
Did you have a relationship with Tara at all, especially going back to coming out of high school and your recruiting process?
I never really talked to her a ton during my recruiting process because I narrowed it down pretty quickly that I wanted to be close to home. But obviously, I knew Coach Tara, like, and what she was, you know, doing at Stanford, and her and Coach Bluter are really good friends. So that's how I kind of got to know her, and then I got to know her through Cam too, because me and Cam are pretty good friends, and spent some time with her at the Wooden Award my junior year with Cam. And she's just such a down-to-earth, great human being that just really wanted the best for women's basketball. She was one of those pioneers and trailblazers that, you know, really helped grow our game forward. And, you know, it's sad that she's not going to be in the game anymore, but I think her impact and her legacy is going to be something that you see for a really long time. And you know, I remember her talking to me about, like, she's a huge water skier or something like that. So I'm sure she'll be doing a lot of that now that she's not coaching, and as she should. She definitely deserves it.
And Valkyrie's and Valkyrie Violet, thumbs up.
Yeah, I give it a thumbs up for sure.
Just on the court, just, I know as a competitor, just they should get this team to win. And just, what's been the collective and how you as a team stay together with the focus and carry that way?
Yeah, I think it's the way to stay together is knowing, you know, we are the most inexperienced team in the league, but we also have a lot of talent. We've only been together for 22 days. You know, we have one of the toughest schedules to start the year where, you know, game, practice, that's what it is, but I think it's also not anything anybody shies away from. But I also think going back and watching the film and finding a lot of positives from our performances, especially the last two performances, I thought, you know, we competed really hard. I think especially at Connecticut, like, we had many chances where we were up 4 with, I think, 5 minutes to play, where we could have extended the game, and kind of, you know, maybe got it to 6, maybe got it to 8. So I think there's just little things where we're, like, right there. You have to remember, like, Connecticut and New York are two of the best teams in this league. So I think keeping that all in perspective and knowing now we're going to go on this road trip of 3 games with really good teams, but it's also another opportunity for us to find a win and string some confidence along. But I don't think anybody's lost that positive spirit or competitive energy or, you know, expectation of winning. Like, we come into these games and we expect to win. We think we're going to win, and you just got to lay it all out there, and, you know, hopefully that's the result you get.
How much do you relish in